My name is Rosemary Amakwantreng. I used to be Rosemary Natwe. I belong to the class of 2003. We were the second batch to graduate from the university. I currently am a management consultant. I run my own consulting firm. My time in Central University was a very interesting one. It was new. The school was new at the time. Expectations were, you were not sure what people who would go to this school would come out with or be. Because it's either University of Ghana or NUST or UCC. So it was an interesting experience. I had interesting schoolmates. Because it was a new school, actually it was the first time I had seen that the school had an internship program. And I thought it was a wonderful idea because whilst in class, you don't take a lot of things seriously. But being a prerequisite that you must go through an internship to graduate was fantastic. This is what led me to KPMG. Whilst in school, I think it's the conversations I've had with people, what I had seen in the corporate world. I wanted to work in any of the big fours. So before, by my third year, I knew exactly where I wanted to do my internship and I had zeroed in on any of the big fours. And luckily for me, I had an opportunity of interning with KPMG. It was a fantastic opportunity. I believe that with the training and exposures we had in school, we had, most of the lecturers were not just academicians. Most of them were working and lecturing at the same time. So they brought the workspace into the classroom space. So you were not trained just on an academic level. The kind of exposure and learnings that took place had a fusion between what happens within the corporate world and what happens within the classroom and how you do practical application. And I believe that the internship program was fantastic. Actually, my first week or two at work in KPMG, my boss had said that she was quite impressed when she said Central. She wasn't sure what it is I had. She thought I was just come to go through the system and go away. They were doing their corporate social responsibility, so giving opportunities to students who wanted to have a feel of the corporate environment. And luckily for me, I didn't disappoint her. And before my internship had ended, they had asked that I could do my national service. I should do my national service with them. And after that, I got the opportunity of staying 10 more years. So yes, I would say Central University is a good brand. As much as the school will do all that it takes to make sure that students are prepared for the job market, I also believe that the students themselves should take life more seriously and not say because you're in school, everything is just about academics. You would end up in the corporate world. So the behaviors and attitudes that you cultivate helps. It goes a long way to help. It helps build your personal brand and all of that. The wonderful thing about my experience in Central University is my son also went to Central University to read business administration, specifically in human resources, and that's what I did. I believe it's because I set a good example. Seeing what I had turned out to be, where I started from and what I had turned out to be, inspired him to toe the same line that I had toed. And so we have two alumni of Central University, students in my home, which is myself and my son. He graduated sometime in 2016. It's a good brand. There are a lot of schools out there, but it is the school, or when you're talking about these schools, it is one of the schools where if you allow yourself to be trained and the school to go through you, you don't just go through the system, but the system goes through you. You come out well-rounded, very confident, and prepared for the job market. I would recommend Central University to anyone who is thinking about tertiary education for themselves or for their wards. I know it has a lot of it gives opportunities for matured students as well to further their education. During my time in the school, my classmates were just not young people. They were also matured students. So you got an opportunity of learning from both. And most of the matured students were already working. So sharing experiences from the corporate world helps if you open yourself up to it.